Hello, everybody. Okay, I have, boom, set my timer for 10 minutes, so I'm going to keep this under 10 minutes. Okay, quick overview of Chapter 1. You guys read this last week and then found some quotes in there and stuff like that. Look for principles and themes. All right, so main points. Two main points that Pope Benedict is making. One, everything the Church does promotes human development, integral human development, the development of all people and every part of the person, okay? So evangelization, prayer, and works of charity, they all actually contribute to human development. And then authentic development concerns every dimension of the human person and our vocation to eternal life. So we'll unpack more of these as we go. Okay. He starts talking about Popularum Progressio, which is Pope St. Paul VI's major social encyclical from 1967. So this is kind of the 40th anniversary of that. 2007 would have been, but 2009 is when this comes out. All right, so preliminary note on development of doctrine. All right, Catholic social teaching looks at contemporary social issues in light of the gospel, which is one, unchanging, it is what it is forever, okay? So we can't contradict what the Church has previously taught, okay? We can only apply those same principles to new situations in the world, okay? Development of doctrine happens through that. All right, he looks at human development as a global issue because this is a globalized world and increasingly global. Okay, look at the coronavirus pandemic. Look how quickly it got over here from Wuhan, China. Right. Okay, so he's looking at this through the lens of the Christian ideal of a single human family. Okay, and solidarity and fraternity. So we view ourselves as one human race, meant to be living as a sort of fraternal brotherhood. Okay, brotherhood, sisterhood. So how do we achieve that in a globalized world? Kind of the lens he's looking through. Okay, that's the goal of authentic human development, is to build one human brotherhood. Okay, the one human family, to recognize that they are one human family. Okay. All right, and that means that love is the only thing that's going to be the driving force behind that. Only Christian charity can accomplish that. We'll unpack that more. Section 14, very interesting discussion of technology. Starts saying technology viewed in itself is ambivalent, meaning it can be good or bad depending on how it's used, like a knife. Very useful for slicing bread, spreading butter, or cake, better yet. But it can be very bad if you're using it to attack somebody. Okay? All right. So he criticizes these technocratic ideologies. Now, technocratic, it's like saying theocratic or democratic. Democratic, the people are in charge. Okay, theocratic, God is in charge of society. Technocratic, technology is in charge. Okay, putting technology in charge without concern for moral moral norms or moral responsibility is very dangerous. Okay, think about Brave New World. Artificial intelligence, cloning, we would say in vitro fertilization, all kinds of things like this when you look around. Okay, they're all examples of we can do this, and we can manipulate our environment, exercise domination over it, so let's do it, without concern about whether it's good or bad. Okay, honey, I'm working, okay? I'm trying to do a video lecture. All right. So Pope Francis has continued to develop this. He talks about the technocratic paradigm that we've created, where technology rules everything. Okay, you need to step back. So that's one extreme. The other extreme is to reject scientific and technological advances altogether. Okay, saying that these things are inherently bad. Okay, he says that's not good either, because a lot of these scientific and technological advances, if used well, could serve as an opportunity of growth for all. Okay. So look at vaccines, okay? I'm not a huge, I don't want to get into the anti-vax stuff, all right? But there's obvious value in vaccines, and medical advances, things like that. Okay, advances that help us to make the earth more fruitful, things that allow us to exercise dominion and stewardship in a better way. That's all really good, okay? So he says, look, science and technology, these are great. That's important for human development, but we always have to use them according to the moral law. Otherwise, we're going to destroy ourselves. Okay, he connects life ethics, social ethics, and evangelization. So life ethics, stuff like contraception, abortion, euthanasia, He says these are closely tied to economics, social justice, peace. Okay. In other words, contraception, abortion, euthanasia, those are not individual issues. They're not simply, they don't simply have to do with individuals. Because a society can't say, look, we promote human dignity and justice and peace, and then kill tens of thousands of unborn children and promote the mercy killing of the elderly and the infirm, the sick, the disabled. Okay? We can't pick and choose who's got dignity, in other words. All right. So life ethics and social ethics are closely tied together. He also says Catholic social teaching is an essential part of evangelization, all right, because Jesus Christ, who loves us, is concerned with the whole person. In other words, the gospel isn't just about your soul, okay? It's about caring for the needs of your body and the development of the whole person, integral human development, okay? So, to proclaim Christ is to proclaim total concern for the human person. You've got one up in your room.
Yeah, but that one's too small.
Okay, sorry, I gotta finish this in less than 4 minutes, okay? All right. So, total concern for the human person involves social justice as well, and the Church's social teaching. So you can't cut that out of evangelization. All right. Finishes talking about human development as a vocation. Okay, says these are both a vocation because they are a response to a transcendent call from God. Latin word for call, vocare. This is where vocation comes from. So a vocation is a call. That's what it means. All right. So human life and development are a response to a transcendent call from God, which reveals the ultimate purpose of human development, which is eternal communion with God. Okay? Communion between God and the human race. So, that vocare, that call, that vocation, requires a free and responsible answer. Throughout the Bible, you see God will call to individuals, and their response will be, "Here I am, Lord." In other words, I'm here, I'm listening. What do you have to say to me? What are you calling me to do? Okay. So that means we are responsible for our own development. We've been called to this. We need to carry it out with God's help, obviously. Now, we need that transcendent perspective. If we don't look at development as a response to a transcendent call, then we're looking at development for the sake of wealth, power, security, trying to make ourselves into gods. Okay. So that's a very dangerous thing, because we end up getting trapped in kind of this world and a worldly sort of cycle and worldview. Ultimately, that kind of development is going to collapse, probably turn into tyranny. Okay. So this means institutions, the government, businesses, all those things, they have to be viewed as instruments of human freedom, things that we use as part of this free and responsible response to God. Okay. He also says authentic human development has to respect the truth of the human person, which means it has to respect the gospel. Why is that? Why is the gospel important for understanding the human person? Well, Christ, in the very revelation of the mystery of the Father and his love, fully reveals humanity to itself. In other words, Jesus is the most fully human person in history. To understand the human person, we have to understand who he is. Okay? He reveals us to ourselves, meaning that if we don't look at the gospel, we're not going to understand what the human person is, who we are, why we're here, which means that our development is necessarily going to be headed in the wrong direction. Okay? It's going to get distorted. Think about C.S. Lewis's 3 parts of morality that he talked about. Individual morality, social morality, and then the overall purpose or direction of human life. That's what it's talking about. Without the gospel, we're not going to understand really any of those properly. All right. And then Christian charity, love is the only thing capable of carrying us to true human brotherhood, universal human family. Okay. And I wanted to end with this quote: "Only through an encounter with God are we able to see in the other something more than just another creature, to recognize the divine image in the other, thus truly coming to discover him or her and to mature in a love that becomes concern and care for the other." If we don't encounter God, we can't see him in other people, because we don't know what to look for, in a sense. This is talking about the importance of actually encountering God personally. Then we can see and encounter God in other people more accurately, and then come to love them properly. Okay, that was under 10 minutes. I hope you have a good week.